on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. So yesterday we were talking, if you had watched all the way to the end of the video, we were discussing how oftentimes during the beginning of an invasion, it usually does mark the bottom for these moves. Now, interestingly enough, yesterday we had gold absolutely skyrocketing while Bitcoin was falling, only to watch the two completely crisscross midway through the day, just as Biden was giving his speech. And today we have Bitcoin up almost 10%, Ethereum 10% right now. Lots of the altcoins springing back. So what I want to talk about is, was what we saw yesterday actually the bottom for Bitcoin? Was that the deep capitulation that everyone was looking for? Well, there have been massive Bitcoin signals flashing right now, signaling that potentially the bottom was in. Not only technical indicators, but also technical formations, and one pattern that is repeating that we called on the CryptoZombie channel, which a lot of you were able to make massive profits off of trading that move. And there is something happening again today on the channel. So we have to talk about this. I am incredibly excited to go over what is happening. And I also want to discuss the situation that's going on right now in the US. You know, granted that we are having this situation with Russia and the Ukraine. What does that mean for the US as far as inflation, and what are they going to end up doing with these rate hikes, and how is that going to affect Bitcoin? You are going to want to stick around for that. And also, we have more bullish news about countries adopting Bitcoin. You're going to want to stick around to the end of today's video, guys. And also, just to let you know, unfortunately, I am going to be out of the studio for the next week. I don't know 100% when I'm going to be able to make videos, so make sure that you guys head over to Twitter and follow me at the CryptoZombie. I'll be doing more updates over there, you know, on my Twitter if you guys are interested, just in case you're subscribed and, you know, you don't see any videos come out in the next few days, although I will try. So that being said, super awesome. Let's dive in. Let's have a look at what is happening right now. Now, guys, you can see that even despite the terribly bearish news yesterday, and I know yesterday's video was a little bit more serious than usual, because it is serious, because war is not funny. It's not fun. We're not hoping for it, okay? But we did talk about that in yesterday's video. What we have going on right now, though, is we have, in fact, put in another higher low. We're having amazing confluence right here. You could see we hit that perfectly at that level, and you could argue that it does, in fact, look like we could be forming the double bottom pattern for Bitcoin. Now, historically, we know that these double bottoms are massively bullish for Bitcoin. Now, let me tell you about something that's happening. Now, remember, we were talking about this descending, broadening wedge, right? We spoke about it on the channel. A lot of people were paying attention to this, and I said, as soon as we break out, we are gonna have a big move to the upside. And as soon as we did, guys, we had a 20% move for Bitcoin. That was absolutely massive, super massive for Bitcoin. Well, if we zoom in right now and we have a look at what is happening over on this Coinbase chart, you could see, guys, that we are putting in something very similar. Now, as I did offer a little bit of caution on the previous time we were trading this pattern, there is always the potential that you do come down and you retest the bottom of this channel again, right? So if we were to make this a little bit smaller, and obviously just extend this out a little bit, you know, there is always that possibility that, you know, we do come back down to the bottom right here. That is a possibility, but considering that we did have the deep V, we did have the capitulation, and I'm going to show you something else too that coincided with it that shows that that it was a potential bullish reversal. This could potentially be a breakout like we saw back here. Now, if you are looking to trade this, I recommend that you guys check out the tutorials that I have before you start trading. Trading can be very risky. Use a paper account. If you're interested, I have over $8,000 in bonuses below. Check those links in the description, and also tutorial popping up above right now. But the one thing, very simple, that I wanted to point out, which often does signal we are at the bottom or potentially even the tops, right, of these particular patterns, is the amount of volume during that trade, specifically on the daily. Now, you can see right here, you know, you have to look very carefully. I know it's probably hard to see if you're looking on a phone, you know, but if we zoom in, we could see we do have these spikes of volumes. And for example, we had this volume back here okay, where this was December 17th of 2020, and you could essentially see from this point, Bitcoin went from 22,000 all the way up to about 42,000 before having a significant pullback. Look at this. The next time that we saw a big candle of volume right here, Bitcoin was sitting at around 34,000. We pumped all the way up to 58,000, almost 59 before having that pullback. Let's look for some other examples. Do we have any other examples in here? We do have some volume right here. We had Bitcoin volume on January 24th. Price was sitting at around 37,000, and we went all the way up to 45,000. And even on that smaller move, that was about a 26% move as well. And guys, you could see right here, look at this volume. We had massive volume on yesterday's move, and this is what is convincing me. I'm not trying to spread hopium. Something could come out in the news. We could have a black swan event. Nobody knows. But right now, it does in fact look pretty bullish for Bitcoin. And like Matt Cheng pointed out, it appears like we could be, in fact, putting in a bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom. Now, I had been speaking about a double bottom for weeks on this channel, but he's talking specifically about an Adam and Eve bottom, which is a very strong bottom reversal pattern. And do you know where we had something like that? Very similar to an Adam and Eve. Oh, do you guys remember? If you were around? That's right. The absolute bottom of the 2018 Bitcoin market. Look at this right here. If you guys zoom in, I don't know if you can see this. So we had our Adam, right? That's the V. And then we had the Eve. That's the U. And if you don't know why they call it an Adam and Eve, well, just think about anatomy. Okay, we have Adam. Okay, we have Eve. Okay, just think about it. But essentially, this marked the absolute bottom of the 2018 bear market. So if that's essentially what Matty Cheng believes we could be forming, this could be amazing. But guys, that's not the only thing that has been pointing towards a reversal. So if you guys know Rainbow Runner, he has this indicator over here from Rainbow Trends, where essentially they have these different colors. So what they do is instead of just having two colors for the chart, they break it into different colors. So for example, if you have a green candle, you have a normal bullish candle. If you have a pink candle, it's an extremely bullish candle. You want to take profits. It's a bit of a complicated thing, and I'm not promoting this in any way. Like, I'm not being sponsored to talk about this. I just wanted to mention it because according to this, this rainbow trend chart, Rainbow Runner says it has been 217 days since we got our last bull whale print on the daily for Bitcoin. So 217 days, and look at what just showed up again. And you could see right here, after we had that signal, Bitcoin essentially went, from around 33,000 all the way up to the all-time high. And zooming in right here, right now, you could see that we are getting that candle again. So lots of things are pointing toward the reversal. Now, if you had seen what happened yesterday, it was crazy. The Moscow economic picture was terrible. The market was down over 70% since the ruble dropped, and Russian traders were saying privately that Putin is crazy and getting even crazier. So this is the massive, massive capitulation that we saw over in Moscow. So if you think that it was bad what we saw in the US and with crypto, this was extremely insane, a massive drop for a stock market. So what does this mean for essentially Bitcoin? What does it mean for inflation? What does it mean for the US? Well, very interesting. We had Mohammed El-Arian. Now, he is the advisor over at Aliens and Gramercy. He was on CNBC, and he was talking about how he thinks that this is going to affect the rate hikes of the Fed and how they're going to deal with inflation. And you're going to want to listen to this.
What would you anticipate the next move being from the Fed in that case?
So this takes 50 basis points completely off the table. It takes the 8-9 hikes that a lot of people were talking about for this year off the table, and thankfully so, because you heard me say on your show that I didn't think the U.S. economy could accommodate and live with such slamming of the brakes of monetary policy. It means the Fed is going to have to be even more careful, and it's going to have to tolerate higher inflation. Nobody wanted to be here, but we were already far away from the world of first best in terms of monetary policy, and now we're going to get even further away. So we're going to have a very sort of unsatisfactory situation when it comes to inflation and when it comes to growth, unfortunately.
So basically, he's saying that they're not going to be in a position to raise rates at this point. They're going to have to just let inflation continue. And well, we know what that means for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. It means that the future is looking quite bright, my friends. Now, super quick, talking about the situation. Now, we did have Vladimir Putin ordering to invade Ukraine. Non-governmental organizations, however, and volunteer groups in the country have gathered more than $4 million in cryptocurrency contributions. So once again, we are in fact seeing cryptocurrency come to the aid. Ukraine's crypto demand soars as Russian sanctions tighten. The trading volume on Ukrainian crypto exchanges has tripled as Russia continues its attack on Ukraine. So once again, they are turning to cryptocurrencies the same way that they did in Canada. And if you haven't seen this video that Ted Cruz put out, this was crazy. So he is, representing the great state of Texas. This guy, he's definitely had some very interesting media behind him. Let's just say that. He's had some pretty fun times. But this clip right here was absolutely incredible. And I really hope that more people can understand the value of Bitcoin moving forward. And yesterday's video, real quick, we were talking about Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. And, all jokes aside, we did see Bitcoin completely flip gold in the second half of the day. But I do believe that Bitcoin is truly morphing into slowly a store of value. It's just taking time. Bitcoin's only 13 years old. Gold is 5,000 years old. Hold your horses, give it a little bit of time, have some patience, and listen to what Ted Cruz has to say.
So we need to decentralize. We need to break it apart. It's one of the reasons why I am so bullish on crypto, on Bitcoin, because it is decentralized and not controllable. And let me give a fantastic example. So Justin Trudeau said, I don't like me some truckers, so we're going to seize your assets. So then the court went to try to seize the crypto that was being given to the truckers. And I don't know how many of y'all saw a letter that I actually want to read from. It's a letter from a company, Bitcoin company called Nunchuck. Here's part of the letter. Dear Ontario Superior Court of Justice, our software is free. We do not collect any user identification information beyond email addresses. We also do not hold any keys. Therefore, we cannot freeze our users' accounts. We cannot prevent them from being moved. We do not have the knowledge of, quote, the existence, nature, value, and location of our users' assets. This is by design. Please look up how self-custody and private keys work. When the Canadian dollar becomes worthless, we will be here to serve you too. That is spectacular. By the way, contrast that to the craven, sniveling response of corporate America. When some whiny snowflake tweets at them, they go, oh my God, I'm sorry. Like, God bless you saying to the government, go jump in a lake. That's how our country was founded. That is powerful. By the way, that is also why China recently banned Bitcoin. Because they can't control it, which is the exact same reason Elizabeth Warren hates Bitcoin. The Chinese communists and Elizabeth Warren, they both want to control you. Your assets, your savings, your speech, your life, your children, every decision they want to control. And so we need to break up the means of controlling the citizenry.
Not only that, but El Salvador, we've clearly seen that they have adopted cryptocurrency. They've embraced Bitcoin. They've made it legal tender. Well, my friends, after nearly 3 years of deliberation, Brazil's Senate Committee on Economic Activities has approved the crypto bill. If passed, it would make them the largest Latin American country to do so. On their official website, the Brazilian Senate Committee revealed that they had unanimously approved the country's crypto bill. The bill was initially crafted in a joint effort by Senator Flavio Arns, the original author, along with the central bank, the nation's Security and Exchange Commission, as well as the tax authorities. So this is the whole kit and caboodle right here. Tax breaks for Bitcoin miners and regulations to combat financial crime in the space are proposed in the bill. And in a bid to encourage green mining of Bitcoin, miners who use renewable energy sources would be exempted from important tax under the bill. If the bill is passed, it's likely that there will be an increased adoption of cryptocurrencies in the country, even institutionally, as they can now be clear on the requirements to remain compliant. So we are starting to see the massive adoption of Bitcoin, specifically crypto as a whole, in Latin America. And finally, we knew the day was coming. We have BNY Mellon, a major investment bank, developing a digital asset custody platform that will allow institutional customers to gain crypto exposure. Customers will be able to store the world's most popular cryptocurrencies, being Bitcoin and Ethereum, in BNY Mellon crypto wallets, which will be powered by Fireblocks technology. The new service, according to the investment bank, is expected to be offered later this year. BNY Mellon also suggests it will be the first to enter the global digital custody market. So this is absolutely massive. This is incredible. And it's only a matter of time, even in the US, once we start getting these banks, you don't have to go through Gemini or Kraken or Binance or Coinbase. You can go directly to your bank. You could buy crypto. You could sell crypto. They can hold crypto. You can transfer crypto out. And you know what? This would be great for the banks because then they could charge fees too. I mean, I'm paying a 1.5% fee going on the way in for Coinbase, 1.5% fee going the way out for Coinbase, right? 3% right there. Think of all the money that the banks could be making while also supporting something that ultimately is inevitable. So, that being said, guys, keeping a look right here, this does not mean that we can't come down a little bit lower. This does not mean that we're looking for the absolute breakout right now. Keep in mind, these bottoms right here, you could come down, you could retest these levels, but ultimately, guys, I do believe that we're forming a bullish formation. As I pointed out multiple times on here, we are in this structure. We are looking for a breakout. This is the same exact thing that we saw here when we saw the beautiful 20% move from here all the way up to here. So, guys, as I said, if you are interested in trading, make sure you check out those links below in the description. We do have another tutorial popping up above right here. Check that out as well. Over $8,000 in bonuses, 50% actually back on Bitcoin if you do want to use Prime XBT as well. They also have $10 a month spot trading over on Femex. You pretty much can't beat that, guys. I mean, the amount of fees people are paying on, decentralized exchanges. And right here, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at the CryptoZombie, because I don't know how frequently I will be able to update in the next 7 days. But if you don't want to miss an update and you want that in a timely, quick fashion, Twitter is definitely the place to go. It's a lot easier for me to text something than to make a full-on video. So that is it for me. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You're the reason that I make these videos. I love you. Be safe. Be awesome. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Get subscribed to the channel. Hit a like. Join the free Telegram group. And don't forget to take advantage of those bonuses below. My name's K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. And make sure before you go that you watch these videos popping up right here, right now. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.